I knew this movie was in trouble. Opening credits. Using the same font as Labor Day.
And The Master.
I'm thinking Labor Day on this one.
It's so funny because I assumed...
And it was so gross.
I was watching this going, oh, I can just hear Frank fapping. Like, I could, this the guy...
Fapping?
Anything to do with Bill Murray. I think this guy, like, the guy talks about in Scrooged when he's off screen and he goes, vodka, come here. Like, this is the guy that loves everything. Like, Bill Murray can do no wrong. So I wanted to, I always say I'm going to get the answer I wasn't expecting, but I thought I was going to be all smart and be, Frank, where does these end credits line up with, for you, in the history of the best end credits?
They don't register.
Wow. It's
you know what it is?
It's what he loves. Bill Murray doing nothing.
No, Jay's going to say, now everyone loves Bill Murray. Everyone walks around with Bill Murray t-shirts. So now he doesn't like it anymore.
It's someone acknowledging someone that Frank disapproves of.
Who do
acknowledging their love, whoever made this.
Okay.
Acknowledging their love of Bill Murray, and therefore making you question, if this guy that directed this movie that I hate, he claims he loves Bill Murray, I love Bill Murray, am I like this guy? No. Because I love Bill Murray from Kingpin. I love Bill Murray from this, and this. This guy loves Bill Murray that everyone else loves. The Bill Murray...
Zombieland Bill Murray.
The Lost in Translation.
The Chuck, one step beneath Chuck Norris Bill Murray. The one that goes to the parties and does karaoke.
You got it.
That's it.
It is true. There is a hint of that to the whole
So
thing.
Bill Murray feels the wrath of Frank because...
No, Bill
Frank
Murray
feels
doesn't feel the wrath of Frank.
Well, you don't like his performance in this.
It's not my favorite.
And you don't like the end credits with him singing. Because he's with open arms said, okay, I am your Bill Murray. I am the Bill Murray that everyone puts on t-shirts. I am the Bill Murray that everyone does, art shows about. Bill Murray Art Night. Let's all do our shitty Bill Murray art.
I have a Steve Zissou t-shirt made out of fish.
I feel like you're implying something, Frank.
I'm just fucking with Sean. Sean has that t-shirt.
Oh, doesn't?
Yeah. No, but I legitimately think the things that I think Bill Murray is funny in, he is hilarious in. That's the difference. I want to laugh at Bill Murray.
I just expected Frank to come in here with a million things that none of us would ever assume is funny, like he does with other movies, and go, oh, how great was the look he gives off camera when the cat's on the thing. Oh, that's what I expected from Frank.
I forgot about the cat.
I feel like you don't know Frank very well. Like, I watched this thinking, Frank's gonna hate this.
Wow. Like, because Frank, I mean,
it's so obvious to me.
It is.
But in all fairness, though, you guys, I only listen to the show. You guys have been doing this together now for how long? Has it been over a couple of years now that you've been on the show?
10 years.
No, not you two. I mean, Frank included.
4 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you guys have definitely gotten the vibe of how you receive movies. And so now you know the things about him watching. I just assume everything gets a free pass if it's Bill Murray because I hear him talk about these things. The same with Johnny Depp and all that kind of stuff, right?
Johnny Depp doesn't get a free pass.
Here's a rule. I think if your immediate thought is to assume Frank will like it, he won't.
Go the other way.
He won't like it. Because he doesn't want you to assume that he'll like it. That's the whole point.
That's true. But that's what I also thought about you, too. I remember when
he wants to like the things that you don't think he will like or wouldn't
Which
even...
is why I can't believe he didn't like Dumb and Dumber 2.
Well, that's just proof against this theory.
But Dumb and Dumber 2 is awful all around.
I didn't think he would like it.
I think it'll be a rewatch, though, and probably bump it up a couple
I bet you Frank will. On the rewatch, he'll say, it's starting to grow on me.
Dumb and Dumber 2?
Hey, Hall Pass had that effect on me.
Hall Pass is good. I love Hall Pass.
Hall Pass is growing
because Frank likes to... he likes these little narratives. Like, his relationship with a movie is a true relationship. And there is a narrative to that relationship. And it excites him to think that when you revisit a movie, and then you're like... I can almost hear you thinking, like... It would be amazing if I rewatched Dumb and Dumber 2 and I love it. Like, that would be amazing. And then you rewatch it, you're like, I love Dumb and Dumber 2 now. And it's like you just have this moment.
Let's not forget.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Let's not forget, too, that now all of us in this room have pretty much said that it's awful. Mm-hmm. The internet is saying it's awful.
Except Sean.
Except for Sean. He gave it at one point. He loved it. But so now... that's setting the plate for Frank, because now he knows we all hate it, so now he can like it, because now he's the one who gets the jokes.
Well, I find this conversation fascinating and partially true. I'll be the first to admit it.
Your relationship with the Lone Ranger
is a perfect example, which we listened to the score on the way here.
It's like there's a narrative. There's a narrative to your relationship with that movie. And it's like you love living that narrative. You want those twists and turns in your life. So you're allowing the Lone Ranger to give that to you.
Well, that's kind of true. There's hints of truth there.
Mm-hmm. This is awesome.
But what I will say is when you look at our top 10 lists every year, they're pretty similar. These are the little subtle differences between us. I think when in terms of me likey when everyone else hatey, you're a little off.
Well, like Interstellar, you went into it with the trailer, you're like,
it was a force feed.
I don't know if I'm going to like this. This is not looking good. I think this is going to be a disaster.
No Wally Fister.
Right. You're laying out that narrative. You're setting yourself up to be proven wrong. And that creates an interesting narrative.
I think it's funny that that's the way things play out. Not entirely true. There's been movies I've been wanting to love and hated, and you would say that was all part of the narrative.
That's your internal narrative.
Yeah,
you
wanted
set
to
it
love
up.
That's the tragedy. That's the tragedy side. You want to love that movie, you ultimately don't, and therefore the narrative is a tragic one.
Mm.
What was my narrative for Gone Girl?
I don't know. I don't know what you had said. Oh, you were just like, I fucking love Fincher. I'm creaming for Fincher. I can't wait to see Gone Girl. It's going to be fucking amazing. And then you saw it, and you loved it. And that is like the success story narrative.
Okay. I'm trying to think of something recently that I was excited for St. Vincent. I do love Bill Murray.
Yeah.
And it wasn't good.
No.
Tragic outcome.
I mean, it's fun to talk about this. Actually, it's got
like when you
true stuff
pre-purchase a poster and a CD. It's like,
did you buy the St. Vincent super ticket?
No, but I did have moments in my life where I pre-bought posters or.
So you're forcing yourself
you're
to like
setting
it.
up.
Yeah.
You're setting something up to fail because it's interesting. It's interesting when something disappoints.
You're a little off here. Timely and appropriate story for this podcast. I remember going to the movie poster warehouse on Leslie Street in Toronto and buying I was a huge Jim Carrey fan. Enormous. Okay? Loved the guy.
Yep.
And pre-purchased the teaser poster for How the Grinch Stole Christmas and Man on the Moon. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Both movies come out. So that's the seed of a narrative for both.
Yes.
I hated How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and I loved Man on the Moon.
Okay.
So they both started with poster purchases. How did that play out?
That's just it's your love of Jim Carrey. That's a whole different thing.
But I loved one movie and I hated the other one.
Trumps everything else.
But I hated the Grinch.
But have you grown to love the Grinch over the years?
I've grown to tolerate it. No,
I've still never seen How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That's how much I dislike how it looks.
I think it looks horrible as well.
All right. Well, I think we've established.
What's the next narrative? What's the next narrative?
Inherent Vice.
See, I thought you were going to go Foxcatcher.
Oh, that is it. Because he's just building up all this time. It's like he's planting the seeds for this story. The story of Foxcatcher. I don't know, man. I just watched the trailer for Foxcatcher, and it's like a comedy. Steve Carell, like, I can't take him seriously. I think this movie's going to be really funny. Not intentionally. I'm just not going to like it. And then what happens?
I loved it.
Either you get to say, I fucking loved it. I was so wrong. And that is it's a twist. Or, I was so right. I'm so disappointed. And it's a tragic outcome.
Well, what's your narrative?
But you're hoping for the twist. It's like you're setting it up so heavily for failure.
Well, that's
so that you get that elation.
Okay, that's,
you get the elation when you see it in the theater and you end up loving it. And you love it that much more. Because you planted these seeds ahead of time that you'll love it even more, like Interstellar. You'll love it even more as to juxtapose that previous narrative, and it's like that much more of an interesting outcome.
Let's remember where these narratives come from. It's giving opinions on previews and just taking hints of things and, going crazy with them for the sake of the show.
Yeah.
I could say, well, we'll see. I might like it. I might not. But that's not fun. I have to give these little snippets,
let's
right?
be honest. These thoughts about Foxcatcher, we're getting this in the car. We're getting this in the theater before other movies start. You're just going
trying to kill some time,
bro.
So, all right. Well, anything else about St. Vincent or
no?
Nothing.
No.
I'm good.
All right. Well,
I feel myself force feeding on a rewatch already. I think there's going to be a lot of blowback against this. I'm going to learn to love St. Vincent.
I know for a fact you will. And the next time we have this discussion, it will be him pulling out, like I said, those hidden jokes that he's finding of Bill Murray.
I was saving that for the Kingpin discussion coming up, which Sean
can't wait to get to
has
that.
already just offended me dearly.